Hello, everybody, and my model's not tracking because it's not set up. Oh boy, I'm good at this. Hello. I was gonna set that up.
Just
and then
one
I
more
forgot.
for the blooper reel.
Look, uh, uh, uh. Yes, hello. Welcome back to the first time we've started today. How are my two lovely animal friends doing?
Azure, I want to know who's working on that blooper reel.
Me, if I remember.
All right. So, we have a lovely Misa, a lovely Azure.
We are unfortunately short a cat boy.
Yes, the cat boy had some very important posts to go scratch. Very important cat business.
Cat gonna do cat things.
Exactly.
I should know.
Indeed. So, we are here with lesbians. Who would like to recap what happened last time?
So Bula, who is an orc princess, we revealed last session, is slowly turning into a dragon.
Dirk.
Allergies, am I right?
She only has theories about why this is happening.
Yes.
That's what happens after unprotected dragon handholding.
Indeed. All right. What else? What else happened? We went to visit some mermaids.
Yes, we passed all of their trials and got their help looking through the library for stuff that Captain Esme wanted.
Mm-hmm. And then Hitomi and was it Evan or Gwen that got captured?
Gwen got captured.
Hitomi and Gwen Gwen got lured by an eel lady, and then shocked, and then woke up inside of a cave next to a kaiju. And Hitomi was not blackmailed, but when you're, a person that Hitomi was hooking up with and may or may not have feelings for, was used as bait to capture her. And then, funny enough, the person that captured them didn't know there was a giant fucking kaiju in there, and did he get eaten? Is that what ended up happening? I forget.
I thought we captured them and then they end up mysteriously passing away under a captivity later.
Well, I think it was Bula's acid breath.
Yeah, she acid breathed all over the situation. And that's how we found out, oh, dragon.
Yeah. And now there's a giant hole in the side of the ship, so y'all are probably gotta head to port.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get that fixed.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of broke everything.
Mm-hmm.
There might be a new window in the ship somewhere.
I mean, I imagine ships aren't... Well, it depends, but... it's gonna maybe be like a week of repairs or something like that, maybe. To, like, properly do that.
Something like that.
But for now, you're the proverbial ship version of car tape is put over the side.
I mean, it's basically tar.
No. I mean, it was high enough in the ship that it wasn't like draining water or anything like that. Desperate. It didn't sink the ship by any means.
Sufficiently above the waterline.
Yeah. There is somebody that needs to be in there probably monitoring it and making sure that water doesn't go anywhere, but I
Put
mean,
a bunch of boards over it and cover it in tar.
yeah. Do we want to make a check to see how that goes?
I don't know. Are one of us doing the repair?
I mean, Evan seems like the type of person that might have some influence over plants and stuff.
Perhaps.
I'm actually, I know what exactly. You have her. No, you don't have any strings. Marina. Was it Marina? No, that was a different one.
Marina was a mermaid that Hitomi was flirting with because they were in a duel together, and like her clothes started coming off.
Right. That's Marina. And then it was like,
That's Marina. Big buff mergirl.
and then there was a manatee girl. Oh no, her clothes. Hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Yeah, it's weird. Hitomi has a weird problem. Her clothes keep continuously going missing and then making her opponents blush.
Exactly. It's very strange.
Very strange. There was a manatee girl. What was her name? Like,
Did we give her a
I
name?
called her like Manny or something.
Manny, but then y'all didn't like that, so it was like
Well,
Stephanie
I
or
didn't
something.
like it because it was like, it sounds like a turf name.
I remembering like Stephanie or something like that.
I like that.
Sure. It's whatever it was last session. It's Stephanie now. But yeah, and then y'all are heading to port. I would love, yeah, unless anybody else would like to do the repairs.
Hitomi is just like, I don't do building things.
So if you'd like to, like, manipulate the wood into being less broken, Evan, let's have you roll.
Yes.
Probably just defy disaster with spirit.
That's a 7.
All right. So, you can do it, but you're going to have to constantly maintain it. And it's going to take a bit longer to get back to port. That's the success, but with a cost.
What did you say was slowed down?
You having to like, there might be some extra water you need to remove, and so like you can't go as fast because your repair isn't as like up to nautical standards and stuff, and the ship is like maybe a little wonky.
Yeah, he'll do that.
And so yeah, you're doing that, and you head to a different port than the one that y'all had some problems at last time. I think.
What you mean to say is that Hitomi made some problems.
Maybe. But there was also... I mean, those problems led to somebody ratting you out, so...
That's true. That last port was a bit sus.
And you're in a new port. What does anybody have anything they want to do while they're in town for the week?
Damn,
Well-
a whole week.
Yeah, probably for the repair. I mean, Bula's mostly interested in trying to figure out what the hell is going on with her, but the problem is she doesn't know where to start with that, so I suspect that should be a role. As for Hitomi, she's gonna try and, like, I don't know, get drunk.
Okay.
I think Evan will stick around on the ship, at least at first, to help with the stuff, because it
Yeah.
gives him more excuses to hang out with Brist.
And like I think everybody gets a shift clearing the barnacles from the bottom. You know, because like that's obviously we're in port. You might as well do it. You know.
Yes.
And like so all y'all have like various like basic ship repair tasks that you need to do. But for the most part, you have the week free. And then anything that you wanted Gwen to do specifically?
I think Gwen will kind of follow in the same path as like Hitomi, just going around town, trying to pass time with activities.
Okay.
Get drunk. Flirt with girls.
Yeah, that works.
All right. Cool. So let's who would like to ask about this?
I didn't follow that.
About figuring out the dragon stuff.
Who would she start with? I mean, and maybe Esme?
Yeah. So give me a figure a person out. She is still angry, so. I got an idea. People got some conditions, and so let's do a group scene, and then we can roll some emotional supports at the end of it. I like the idea that Tommy's like, no, we're all going out drinking tonight, and we're gonna have fun and relax. We've had a busy but successful adventure.
You know, that sounds like something she would do.
Let's blow off some steam before we go, you know, doing something professional or whatever.
And it's also because it's like Bula really has some steam to blow off.
Yeah.
Let's go do something stupid on purpose before we do something stupid on accident.
Exactly. So, I think some drinks are served and brought over, and you're all cuddled into a booth together, and, I don't know, RP for my amusement.
Or for my amusement.
What do y'all talk about?
I think Hitomi gets everybody in the crew together in an area, and it's just like there's drinks flowing, and I think she's singing with somebody. It's just like they're singing songs.
Mm-hmm.
Bula's looking kind of grumpy,
Mm-hmm.
and I think at some point, yeah, there's your hook.
Yeah.
Go, Gwen.
For what? The singing or cheering up Bula?
cheering
Yes.
up Bula. But also, you're also dragged into the singing.
At the same time,
Trying to cheer up Bula while doing a musical number.
dance for my amusement, bitch.
I think Gwen won't. She doesn't mind being pulled into like the singing and a little bit of like light dancing, and then she sees Bula still like kind of upset and grumpy, and she tries to like dance around her and like offer her hand to dance as well.
I think she will take it because she's eager for something to get her mind off of stuff.
Cool. Let's roll that emotional support.
Gwen roll it or Bula roll it for clarification.
I mean, Gwen does need some emotional support too. But let's start with Gwen rolling it.
Is it heart?
Wit?
Emotional support is heart or spirit.
Spirit, because it's +0 instead of -1.
Yeah.
10.
Hell yeah. So does Bula open up?
Yes, I think she does because she's going through a lot right now.
Cool. What does that look like?
Well, what does Gwen say? What do I got to work with and bounce off of here?
I think Gwen will kind of like hold off on the talking for now and just kind of like keeps going with the singing a little bit, and eventually she just kind of like spins Bula around and keeps dancing with her,
She's smiling.
trying to make it more like a sweet dance than a flirty dance.
This has the effect, I think, of she feels like she fits in a little better.
Yeah, I like that. It's like bringing her into the group. It's not so
Yeah.
much anything with words, and it's just like, hey, you're here too, and I want you here.
You are here and we acknowledge you and we accept and include you.
Yeah, that's always a nice feeling. All right, are you? I'm assuming you're going to pick clear condition.
Yes, she is going to clear an angry.
Hell yeah! And then Gwen can also choose one or take a string.
Oh, I could do something devious right now.
What? Take the string and
could.
move your feelings.
Yeah, I could take the string and put my feelings at 4.
Oh no. Oh dear.
You know what? We love drama in this household.
We do.
I am gonna take the string on Bula, set my feelings to 4.
Okay, for the audience's benefit, what effect does that have?
Oh man. If your feelings track reaches 4, you can't hold it in anymore. Tear off the mask and scream what you've been holding in. Do what you've been afraid to do and damn the consequences. You give anyone present a string on you to gain a string on them. Stop when the consequences catch up for you for good or ill. Afterwards, reduce your feelings to 0 and clear condition. It feels good to get it out, at least in the moment.
See, Azure. What you don't understand is this is just objectively the optimal choice. You get more strings.
Of course.
You get to clear the condition anyway. It's just optimal. You're just taking
What could possibly be the downside to this?
Exactly. I want to set this scene with like Um, with so the night goes on. There's lots of dancing, lots of drinking, and all of y'all have gotten properly pretty lubed up with alcohol.
Hey, yo.
I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna tell you that you've gotten like absurdly drunk, but that's your choice unless you want that to happen. And I think at some point you end up in a booth next to Bula on one side and Hitomi on the other. And they're all very close and making some feelings well up. And what does Gwen do?
I think how it starts is after Gwen like spins Bula around, and it's like kind of a sweet moment. She just kind of sees Bula under the light in a certain way, and it just makes her blush, and she kind of loses that fake bravado she has as a mask, and she just kind of like blushing and staring at her for a moment. And no matter how hard she tries, she can't get that confident persona to come back, so she's just like brushing hair out away from her face and trying to change the subject. Gwen is nervous, and it's obvious to everyone around her.
And I think as things get more and more touchy-feely, and yeah, you end up sandwiched between a also as a point of order, your feral should be set to 1. Tell me, I believe, because you went 2-4 and went back down at the end, right? Is what happens.
Correct. I have now set it back down to nada.
Yes, it hits 4, and then you transform if you're feral. Transform. Oh, wait, you have a bestial form which you can assume, and you must assume whatever is already there while daring. You revert to your usual form when your feral drops below 4. It doesn't say it ends.
I mean...
So, what is that?
Big kitsune woman at a bar just sounds like... I don't see the downside.
So feral. You may walk in civilized circles, but sooner or later your feral truth will come to force. Your feral score starts at 1. If it hits 4, you can't hold back. You turn and the beast any longer, and you transform. If your feral drops lower, you lose all acts when you feel simulated, blended. You have...
I don't think she ever untransformed, so I'm just assuming she is still in transformed.
Yeah, she would be feral. The way I'm reading this is she's still feral 4. And we'd have to take actions to decrease the feral.
Correct. Nobody has done anything to decrease it.
Yeah. So you are still big kitsune woman, which I'm sure is helping Gwen feel very normal about this situation.
Oh, absolutely. She is completely calm and normal about this. She's not lying.
So,
and what form does this take?
Yeah, what?
How does this look?
Yeah, Gwen sandwiched between big orc girl and a big kitsune girl. What?
Orc girl who's not really very orc.
Yeah. What is, how did...
Hot princess woman.
You still need to, you can't hold it out in anymore. Still need to tear the mask off. We've just been setting up the build-up.
This has all been build-up, so much build-up. This is what we call foreplay.
That is what she said? I Gwen is definitely stuttering her words and like not able to make eye contact with either of them.
Glenn, you doing okay?
Yep, just fine. I'm
May I make a suggestion here, Mita?
always.
Give her the chin tilt. Make her make direct eye contact with you and ask, "Are you sure, sweetie?"
Puts a finger under her chin and pulls her chin a little so that she's directly facing it to me. It's like, really? You don't sound okay. What's going on, honey? Talk to me.
I think at that Gwen like drops her mug and it's like spills into her lap and she just does like a little shriek and tries to quickly wiggle free and excuse herself like
You're surrounded by tails. They're very soft and fluffy.
you want to kill Gwen because this is how you kill Gwen.
They are very soft and fluffy.
Also, we have a declared smitten from Gwen.
Yes, Gwen is smitten with Hitomi.
I'm trying to get this to go back the other way, but it's like there needs to be like some kind of a communication here.
So she spills beer all over herself.
I think she grabs a towel and just like helps her.
Yeah, Gwen's face is just completely red by this point.
I don't know if that satisfies the conditions of tearing the mask off.
I don't think so, no.
Maybe you need to go change in a private room.
I've got some spare clothes if you need some. Why do you have spare clothes, Hitomi? Boolia asks. Oh, you know.
Because it's Hitomi.
Brisson's like, she has a very strange habit of, her clothes getting ripped super often. It's super weird. I wonder why that happens. Winks at you.
Mm-hmm. She just sort of winks back.
I definitely think Gwen is trying to like get up from the booth and excuse herself while not flailing her hands everywhere and accidentally touching anyone on like the chest or shoulder.
Would you like to roll me a defy disaster?
Just slowly making it.
That feels like a roll.
That sounds like drama, and I love it.
See, the funny thing is the consequence of it is you accidentally grab somebody, which just sounds like the.
What stat is this?
Which it just sounds like flirting.
All right.
Damn, that's a 10.
You expertly, despite your drunken state, weasel your way out of and run upstairs, I imagine, to go change. You do get hit in the face with several tails of floof. I like the idea that you like crawl under the bar table, like under the booth table, and like run out.
She just limbos underneath with that new ability of hers.
Yeah. You do have to wade your way through like 9 tails of floof. They're very, very soft. You kind of think, God, it'd be nice to touch these longer, and they're like, no. Run upstairs. Do either of you follow?
I mean, Hitomi is following, I think, because of dramatic tension.
That and Gwen just ran away and made like a small scene in front of everyone.
Yes, now she is concerned. She is concerned for her friend. It's like, are you okay? Is everything all right? You seem like the opposite.
Yeah.
She is totally cool and chill and nothing is wrong.
All right.
I do not believe you.
So you get upstairs. Your breath is hitching. I think Hitomi enters the room and probably quietly closes the door.
I can tell something's bothering you. Are you okay?
Yep, fine. Just, spilled a drink. Just gonna dry off and change and not make another scene downstairs.
And run away?
She kind of pauses at that one.
Because you just seem to run away, and when I mentioned that, what's going on, guy?
Also, is there any insecurities about your bestial nature hurting someone, or you're going along with uncomfortable interaction to fit in here? Do we think, Bula? Or
this is Hitomi, and I don't know that she's exactly uncomfortable. She's concerned, and I was kind of considering spending a string.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, that sounds like a great plan here.
Because I do have a string on Gwen, and if my understanding is correct, that she just got another string from the way this mechanic works, then she has two.
You can give anyone
If
present
this counts,
you. So
yeah,
to
if
be
this
clear,
counts as Gwen causing a scene, then yeah, we can settle that.
What move are you referencing here? Because the getting a string is if Gwen wants to give people string. If Gwen wants a string on you, you get a string on her.
Yes.
So that as
it just says you can give anyone present a string on you to gain a string on them. So I'm assuming it's just whenever the mask tearing off happens or whenever she causes a scene as a result.
Yeah. It definitely anybody who if you want to give Bula and Hitomi a string on you, you can gain a string on them. But that is your choice.
Gwen, I will absolutely give Hitomi and Bula a string on Gwen.
All right, take a string on both of them, then, and then in return, Metha, you get strings on Gwen.
Huh, weird. Hitomi, it's almost like this side of Gwen really confirms that thing that you realized about her in a previous session where her cool nature is just a facade and deep down she's nervous and shy.
Yeah, I think Hitomi worked that out a while ago.
Yes, and you wanted to spread a string here. So let me find that move. Influence with a string. Anytime you may spend a string on someone to do one of the following. Offer them an XP to do something. Don't spend the string if they refuse. Find out what it will take to get them to do what you want. For an NPC that spending a string simply means they may simply agree. And then add 1 to the roll or add plus. Subtract for the roll or add. So, are you tempting or are you asking?
I am asking her to talk to me.
Find out. Find out what it will take them to get to do what you want. So, I think the question is, how could Hitomi get Gwen to talk? Is that what's happening here? I think that's what's happening. Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
Sure.
Yes. Cool. Is this like an in-person thing? Is this like? I think you already did ask that. To be fair, it's like you seem you're pretending like you're fine, but you don't seem fine. Is everything okay? Yeah, and that's kind of like what's the in-universe. That's an in-fiction thing of describing the mechanic. So how can Hitomi get Gwen to talk?
I mean, I feel like being in the room with her and like kind of calling her out on the stuff she's been doing is a pretty good way of getting her to come clean.
I mean, that's what she's doing.
All right. Cool. So spin that string. And
Is there a roll that I need to make to spin the string?
no, spending the string just is spending.
Okay, she goes from 2 strings on Gwen down to 1.
All right. And we need a response from Gwen. Let's go back into character.
Gwen.
Yes.
I think with how little time she had to get upstairs, Gwen is like, at least holding the top part of her shirt off, is like trying to dry it out, and still has like the undershirt. Hitomi like kind of calls her out about noticing that she's not fine, and she just kind of pauses after getting accused of wanting to run away, and just kind of stops for a moment and looks in Hitomi's direction, but still seems to have trouble making eye contact with her.
Yeah. Is it? This is a bit mean. Is there a little bit of a wet T-shirt contest going on?
Only on accident.
How does that make Hitomi feel?
She can't not look.
Wet t-shirt contest, and it was probably a honeyed ale, so she probably smells sweeter.
Oh, yeah.
I believe this is Tommy's move.
I think she moves up and just sort of reacted pretty strongly when I touched your chin. Do you not like looking at me or something? She sounds like she's a little concerned.
It's not that. I just find it difficult to hold eye contact with people.
Does that cause the ferrule to go down?
See, the thing is, it sort of feels like a dodge. Like we still haven't actually addressed the heart of the matter yet.
Yeah. I mean, I think your instinct is to keep pushing her.
And so I think she does. It's like you're not even talking to me. It's like something's definitely wrong. Talk to me. What's going on? Is it something I did?
No, it wasn't you, Hitomi. I'm nervous. I've been trying to be more charismatic and sociable with people to seem interesting, but it's still difficult to hold that persona sometimes.
You don't need to mask who you are around me. Just be yourself. I've never wanted anything else.
But I mean, just the way you are is incredible. And I thought if I was a bit more like you, then I would be interesting to you too. I suppose you're my role model in that respect.
An incredible mess, maybe. She sort of chuckles. It's like, have you seen what I do to my outfits? No.
Yeah, Gwen definitely cracks a smile at that.
No, I just want you to be you because I like it when you are you. I'm not like you don't have to pretend. In fact, I would prefer it if you didn't pretend to be someone that you're not around me. Is that okay?
Gwen kind of thinks about it for a moment. Also, Neith, are you getting feedback from my end, or?
No, I'm not getting any feedback. Am I sounding all right?
You sound fine. I've been getting a little bit of like background noises from you, Azure. I just don't know if that was coming through with the stream, because I do have some filters set up. That's why I was asking Sam.
I got you.
But yeah, like only when you're talking, like sounds like a fan's blowing or something, kind of.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay. Sam says it sounds good, so that's good.
Cool.
And they know what they're talking about. So yay.
I think Gwen hears that from Hitomi and just manages to look a little bit more towards her eyes. Even if I'm a bit of an embarrassment.
I'm not. It's fine.
I'm sorry for running off and causing a scene.
You're fine. I understand the well, the wet shirt is probably an inconvenience. Here, gives her one of her shirts, which she seems to be carrying several.
Also, would you like to roll emotional support?
Yes, I would love to.
All right. If they open up to you, which she did, so you clear condition, mark XP, gain 1 forward. They're smitten with you. So you get to choose 2 options because you're smitten with Tony.
Gwen.
Yes, I'm thinking. Can I choose the same one twice, or?
Well,
Or actually, you know what? My thing is going to end in a little bit. That'll clear one.
Yeah.
I think Gwen will accept the shirt and kind of hold Hitomi's hand for a little while, and she will clear a condition, and she would like to gain insight from the GM about an obstacle facing one of us.
What obstacle would you like insight about?
That is a great question. I do not know. I just always assume there is always some kind of obstacle in some regard.
What is keeping her from opening up?
Gwen or Hitomi?
What is keeping Gwen from opening up to Hitomi?
I mean, that's a question for Gwen, I think. That's not a question that I have the answer to as the GM. Your character, Azure. You know?
True. I think it would probably say her own self-confidence. Should I just take the +1 forward then?
Yeah, like this. I think that last one is more directly when it's like in the middle of a fight or a scene or like a something like. This is more like downtime, and there's not really anything going on that is obvious to me to like give y'all.
Gotcha.
And nothing that I think comes about through this. So yeah.
I think she will clear insecure then and take the +1 forward.
Okay, cool. And then that's I think that very clearly tear off the mask and scream what you've been holding in, do what you've been afraid to do, damn the consequences. And so you can put your feelings back to 0 and clear a condition.
Yeah, Gwen very much holds Hitomi's hand for much longer than friends do, and just kind of accepts the shirt and like stays next to her for a little while.
Hitomi's a little bit like she wants to just like go in for a kiss, but it's like no, respectful, not gonna like press it.
Would you like to roll entice, Gwen?
As a nerd entice, hang on, let me look at her moves.
Just like, I'm gonna hold her hand. Look, I don't flirt. I just let the autism flare up. Look, I don't flirt.
Just let the autism flare
her up until she kisses me.
Exactly.
I want to have Gwen say something before I figure out what the result of the thing is. Can I do that?
Yeah, please do.
Gwen still holding on to Hitomi's hand, I think she will say, "Is now a bad time to admit that I've had a crush on you?" She got a 6.
As you say that, there is a knock on the door from Grist. It's like, we got trouble downstairs. Yo, clear, we got company.
Gwen definitely like kind of hides herself into hugging Hitomi out of instinct.
I think she sort of like a little like quicker than normal. Like she would take more time doing this, but it's like, okay, now there's an urgency. But takes her shoulder and like pulls her into a kiss really quick, and it's just like, we're not done with this. We'll talk more about this later. And it's never a bad time. You can always tell me. Just let's take care of business first, I guess. And she goes to head out.
I definitely think Gwen gets a feelings from that.
Very good. Is this enough to make Hitomi smitten?
Hitomi, while having all 9 of her tails and being a big, strong kitsune woman, Gwen, I have a crush on you.
You see, I would say yes, because it's like you're actually seeing her for who she is.
Yeah.
I definitely think Gwen managed to make a little bit of eye contact as she was asking that right before there was a knock at the door.
All right, so
okay,
Gwen, you take a string on Hitomi.
That's going to give me 4.
And make sure you mark that you're smitten with Gwen. Nita.
Yeah, just trying to figure out where on the the sheet you put that.
Oh, usually in the strings thing, I will put in parentheses next to that person's name, Smitten.
It feels like this game should have a box for that.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, there is
That's
notes, but
Yeah, that's just my workaround for it.
yeah. It is a clean solution to something that does need a box for it, you know? Yeah, you give a quick peck and leaves you wanting.
Sounds good.
Gwen, the shirt that you've been given is fairly low cut.
Nice silk.
It is. The nicest. And then you have a... What have you done that you are sure they view as inappropriate? That is for Azure. Or... Hitomi
I was about to say, wait, what?
Hitomi. Answer about...
Look, the shirt might be disposable, but Gwen's still gonna take care of it.
What have I done that I'm pretty sure
Gwen views as inappropriate?
I mean, repeatedly losing clothes in the middle of a fight. I'm pretty sure Gwen finds that inappropriate.
Alright.
You'd be surprised.
Perhaps.
And, you come outside and, hear cannon fire. There seems to be, Imperial ships in the distance. Or that are, attempting
Like,
to...
Lataclavius or like Damon Macalane's faction?
You see the flag for, Damon's.
He followed us here somehow, Bula says.
What's a really terrible fucking coincidence.
He followed us to the last place we went. He still has the ability to follow us for some reason, Bula says.
Well, no time to figure it out. We gotta rebuff this assault.
Out of character. Damn, he must be stream sniping us.
Oh, that's funny. Very good. Very good.
Goddamn stream snipers.
Indeed, indeed. All right. Let's get. Come on. Brist grabs Evan's hand and drags him along.
Yeah, his tail is definitely flicking from that.
Have we officially declared Evan as smitten with Brist?
I thought I put it there.
I don't see it on Evan's sheet.
Let me look at the thing. Oh no, I do not recall having answered that question.
All right. I mean, would it be appropriate to say that happens now?
Yeah, if he's getting his hand held and dragged along by Brist, yeah, definitely.
All right. Smitten. Where is your smitten? Okay, question.
What is a clear challenge to being with them that you're overlooking because of your naivety? That's a good question. I think the biggest thing he's worried about is just the life of a pirate. Like how dangerous it is.
Yeah. Still not quite like fully. You're still like you're not the newest anymore, but you're probably like the second newest. I think we've decided, right? Or we've decided now. I like.
Yeah, like kind of romanticizing the whole pirate's life and kind of ignoring the dangers and risks that come with it.
Yeah. Evan's here because it's almost a safe haven from where he's come from, not because he particularly likes being a pirate.
Yeah.
And Briss, I think, has almost fully embraced it. You know, he's come out the other end of his riff rat, street rat origins. I like that. And I think there's like a wall of cannons that are kind of set up on this like makeshift defensive fortifications that have been built for this port, and they start firing them at the several ships that are coming in to raid, but they're rowing in quickly. What does everyone do?
Hitomi draws her weapon and she's running towards the shore, intending to like do something chaotic because that's just the way he rolls. However, Bula, I think, is looking around for the captain.
Okay. Okay. Actually, let's have everybody roll a opening defy disaster here. To just kind of set an initiative order. Just to keep things more organized.
If Evan is with Briss, would that be Grace or Heart?
If you'd like to roll hard, I'll give you heart in the situation. Like that.
Yeah, like kind of sticking by his side and working together with him.
Yeah, that's cute. I love that.
Nine.
And let's get Gwen and and I've thought of something I would like to do. So go ahead and mark XP for these. Because I will give them... I've decided I want to give them consequences.
Oh no. I definitely... I'm gonna say Grace for Gwen, because she's trying to, like, run around and find people to make sure they're okay. That's an 8.
Okay. And I need a Hitomi.
Working on it. Roll 20 just reloaded. How do you get it to like not give you the short box? How do you get it to go use the full length of the window?
For the character sheet, there should be a thing in the top left that turns it into a separate window.
And you can also just drag any of the corners to make the box bigger.
Yeah, that literally does not help because the window still has a bottom that Roll20 set, so it can literally not go past that point. You can stretch the window further past that point, and it's just a big empty box at that point. I want it to take all of the space available.
I would suggest popping out the window then. That'll... And then you can make that a... Okay, no, that... Yeah, no, full screening it.
It's right underneath her ferrule. There's a little thing called sheet height. It needs to be set to max.
Ah, that's where it was. Sorry, I was...
That is why I could not see Defy Disaster.
Ah, very good. I'm just gonna put everybody else's sheets to max too.
Should I resolve the string advance with Hitomi now or after combat?
We can do it now. Let's get these rolls out, and then as I think, in the middle of running towards the battle, we can resolve this. Presumably, you're going together.
Yes, absolutely.
She's like, I've decided I'm allowed to have feelings for you, and now I'm going to become incredibly protective.
Haha, you showed me love and affection, now I'm your problem.
You can't get rid of me.
Can we have a 5-minute break?
Now would be a lovely time for a 5-minute break.
I need a quick break.
Things I quote to my partner on a regular basis. Haha, you showed me love and affection, now I'm your problem.
Now you can't get rid of me. What's the full line? It's like, it's just like, show me love and affection, now I'm your... Anyway, we're going to a quick 5-minute break. Everybody, cycle your fluids, drink some water, eat something, do the rest. All right, bye. And welcome back. All right. So, Hitomi,
We are in combat.
you're at the top of the order. We have a Gwen that you have questions for Hitomi to answer, right, Gwen?
I don't know about questions. I've forgotten how a string advance works.
Let's find it.
If you gain a fourth string on someone, you have a profound insight and learn something about them that even they don't know. The player tells you what you learned, possibly asking the GM for ideas. It's up to you whether to share that insight with the character or not. In addition, clear all but one of your strings on them and gain 2 XP. Damn, something not even Hitomi knows.
Yes.
I mean, I have a whole bunch of plot stuff.
Tell me.
Yes, listens with intense enthusiasm.
So she ran away from her homeland many years ago and wound up, doing the whole pirate thing. There are people that she was running away from who are still looking for her.
How do we think that she figures this out? Out of curiosity.
That's what I don't know.
Perhaps when Gwen gaily looks up into Hitomi's eyes, she kind of recognizes some of the weird wanted posters she's remember seeing so long ago.
Yeah, I like that. It's like, wait a minute. You're running from something.
Or someone.
Or someone, yeah. All right. Excellent. Let us. All right. Clear that and mark 2 XP.
Done.
Hell yeah. All right, Hitomi. I think there are a gaggle of soldiers in a rowboat that have reached the beach. Hi, Lavos.
She's running at them with a katana.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds like Hitomi.
Also, giant fox monster.
I think let's start with rolling transform. You're already transforming, but I like it is relevant again. So let's have you roll. See how that goes.
You're telling me Hitomi can get even bigger and hotter? Look, you're gonna kill Gwen at this rate.
I mean, it's just those damn inflation,
That is an entirely different kink.
Choose
Okay.
2. I like the idea she roars. Or
Hell yes.
and what do you choose?
Also, I'm invoking Big Dyke energy.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And she's also moving in ways no ordinary person could. She is moving unusually fast, like feet not even touching the ground.
Tail's going wild.
Oh, hell yes.
And what's your other choice? You get one more.
Gain a leverage or opportunity with the monster, in this case, the Imperial forces. What kind of leverage can I gain over them, or opportunity on them?
I think they freeze with fear as you approach them.
Run at them.
Yeah, they were expecting it. They're battle trained, but they're not giant kitsune woman battle trained.
It's like, oh, hot shit, hot monster.
Yeah. And you did roll a 10 plus, and you very clearly made it so that you're the biggest threat. You may choose someone present to be impressed or intrigued with you. Once during a scene, when you gain a string on someone, gain an additional string on someone else who considers you an enemy. So yeah.
I have a string on someone.
So basically, whenever you gain a string on somebody, you can gain additional string on one of the enemy forces.
So I have a string on the enemy forces collectively.
If, when you gain a string on, basically it's, so, Big Deck Energy is more of a passive buff thing.
Yes.
So it's like an if clause. If you gain a string on someone, you get another string in addition. So gaining strings gets you additional strings.
Okay.
So that will trigger whenever you roll in this scene. And now let's, I think we should resolve this to a fight.
Okay.
Mixed beat. So choose 2 and your opponent chooses 1.
I'm also going to invoke Ferocious. When you fight, you may mark a condition and choose an additional option.
Awesome.
So, I choose 3, essentially, but take a condition.
Yes.
I'm going to, violence, inflict a condition, drowning, because she starts hacking up their boats before they hit shore. This creates an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction.
Yeah.
Like, any of our people, any of our pirates who have a ranged weapon and can just fire at them in the water, there you go. They're not in a position to fight back.
Yeah.
And that is a superior position.
Awesome. Through violence and cutting words, inflict. I think that's going to inflict fear. So.
And
Or frightened. And as they do that, I think they I think as you're destroying them, I think you hear a very unfortunate common voice that you dread to hear. It's like, ah, dearie, I've been looking a long time for you.
a voice that she recognizes.
Yes.
She's sort of hovering over the water, just tails going everywhere, and she's looking around for the source of that voice.
And you see Daiichi.
You again? How did you get here?
I was told that somebody needed help with some fox training. Some taming. And, well,
Then go tame yourself.
I happen to be in the area. Alright.
You do need some potty training.
Ooh.
Evan. We hopped. I think that, Grist and is probably like take the cannons and starts like firing them. And kind of starting to fire down on this small fleet of ships. So, what is Evan?
I definitely think Evan's gonna like try and run around to assist with like loading and changing out the cannon and just keeping an eye out for anything that might be targeting their general direction, because like his biggest focus is just making sure Briss is okay.
All right. May I make a suggestion as well?
Yes.
You do have a string on a helpful fish. You would like to invoke that string to help encourage.
Fish.
Well, I think it was a whale technically, right?
I
But
think it was a demonic narwhal.
I have a string on Clyde, and I have one string on helpful fish.
Right, that was the School of Minnows. Yes, Clyde was our demonic narwhal thing.
Demon narwhal.
Yeah. So if you'd like to invoke that string on Clyde to tempt him to do what you want.
Does sound good. I feel like Evan panics a bit. He's just worried about just all of these people closing into the shore. He's just starting to worry about what might happen to his crew, to Brist. So he kind of looks around for like a war horn.
I like the idea that you just start thinking, you start panicking, and you just hear a voice in your head. It's like, "Hey there, friend." Clippy appears in your mind. Demonic Clippy appears in your mind. It's like, it's looking like you're dealing with a raiding of a beach. Would you like some assistance?
Except
So,
instead
fun
of a
fact-
paperclip, it's a giant demonic fish.
Yeah,
Fun fact, I was gonna have Evan pick up the war horn and just like call through it in Infernal and just have it make an unholy noise, and that's what summons Clyde.
I love that. And it's like,
It sounds like the sky or a ship splitting open.
hell yeah. I would love for you to roll. Let's see. Do you have any ways to roll fight with spirit or something?
I could do that.
But do you have the move? Because I know that's a move you can take.
Oh.
Right?
I do not have a move like that. Let me see what I have.
I'm just trying to think, what would this be? Like...
There is a move I could take from another playbook. When you fight, roll spirit instead of daring.
That would be good.
The side effect seems a bit fun. You cannot conceal your presence or identity whenever your weapon is drawn, and just say that Evan looks a bit more demonic.
Yeah. Just fucking summons an army. Evan turning into a ranger. A Beastmaster Ranger.
DM, I would like to spend 5 experience from Evan to take Resplendent Weapon and do this thing.
What is my sword? My sword is actually a narwhal that I send at people. And you do have the XP?
Yes, I do.
Very good. Well, then take that and roll that for me.
Demon narwhal. Demon narwhal.
There is also Toy Soldier, but it's heart instead of daring. On a 7+, they choose one of your options from the fight list.
Spirit is more your fight stuff, so I like that. And it leans into the demonic stuff too.
Fun fact, I was actually looking for a new move for Gwen instead, but you know what? The fact that I have the book open and I'm looking through it actually pays off.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, Resplendent Weapon. One moment.
Just like my other weapon is a giant demonic narwhal.
That is a 13.
Oh god. So awesome.
Critical success.
You start panicking and you start to, like, this demonic energy flow up inside of you. Grab his sword and start, you blow into it and you just... I was waiting for it. Oh. Mark, take that, spend that XP.
Yep,
Or
already
the
taken
string.
off the XP.
And spend the string.
Oh, I didn't even add the points for the string. Oh my gosh.
Well, you're spending the string to tempt him to do what you want.
Spending the string was helping me to do the thing.
It's to invoke him. You guys haven't, like, established a relationship yet, and so, like, this is kind of a spur of the moment thing that I think Evan doesn't even do on do it on purpose. I like the idea. It just kind of happens. Just like, just kind of comes out of him. I think at the by your side, you see Brist blush a little.
Demonic impulse.
And you just see this giant narwhal shoot up through the side of a ship and take out several members. What are your choices?
Oh boy.
You choose 3.
Let's see. Definitely violence or cutting words inflict a condition. Create an opportunity for an ally. And seize a superior position.
How would you like to seize a superior condition?
Seize a superior condition?
Position.
Oh, is that what I said?
No, that's what I said.
Oh, whoops.
It's fine. I thought it was funny.
I was about to say, I definitely think, like, one of them is... I have to scroll back down. Already forgot. Create an opportunity is, like, distracting the ones that have already made it to shore. And seize a superior position would probably be screwing up whatever formation the remainder of the ships had when they were trying to, like... When this big horn came out of nowhere and skewered one of their ships.
Nice. And I think that you hear a horn off in the distance. It's like, we need backup! This fucker's got a fucking whale!
Just the prowler noise from Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Jesus, fuck! And it's just like, hear the
Bula shouts.
you hear the Wilhelm scream as several people jump off the boat.
Perfect. What option does Evan take in response to invoking this power?
What response does...
It's fight, so Evan's opponent picks one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think, there's a, the reinforcements are like, there's a priest with a giant fucking hat, and starts muttering words of incantations, and you see a beam of light shoot out and hit Clyde, dealing him some damage.
Evan up here like, no, it should have been me.
You already have... Wait, did you already... Where did you take guilty? Did you already have that?
He already had guilty, yeah.
Probably frightened, then?
Yeah, I figured they were gonna, like, see Evan do this with the horn and probably, like, become more obvious as, like, invoking this energy, and they probably would have, like, pointed him out to target or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the idea. Yeah. And, you get targeted. So I think frightened. You take frightened. Unless you have something else you'd like to take that makes sense for this.
No, that sounds appropriate, I think.
Alright. It fits his character a lot, too. Alright. Gwen. You see Hitomi angrier than she's ever been. You've seen her through various bar fights, disagreements, various fights, but I mean, describe what Gwen sees on your face, Tony.
Anger, rage, a little bit of fear.
What do you do?
So she's going after. Oh, that was not to me.
That was Gwen. Yeah, it's Gwen's turn.
I am looking through the moves I have and attempting to think of something. Also, the cat is snoring beside me. He is so cute. I love him.
Yeah, B.
He is so precious. I love him so much. DM, may I have Gwen expend 5 XP to gain the forgot what it was called ability?
I forgot what it was called ability.
You know, I don't remember that one. Could you tell me about it?
Oh boy, I would love to.
Sorry, I'm being a shit.
You're lovely.
No. Oh man. I had narrowed it down to taking Fool's Rush In or Antivirus. And they are both for the purpose of protecting Hitomi.
What do both of those do?
Fool's Rush In, when you vault into a situation without forethought and wind up in way over your head, give someone dangerous to you a string, mark XP, and take +1 forward to defy disaster.
Oh boy.
And Antivirus is when someone with a string on you is threatened, once per session you can show up to defend them, even when it seems impossible, take +1 forward to defend them.
Okay. So defending is very specifically like you take the consequences. Like if she fails a roll. I think.
Oh right, Devoted also had some good stuff that was
Devoted.
like that.
Devoted has my favorite of one of these abilities. Let's see if I can find it. The Fanatical Self-Sacrifice. Or no, that's their core move. You may mark a condition to prevent condition to inflict on one another. Yeah, Fanatical Self-Sacrifice is really good. There's also Gallant Rescue.
Yeah, I was about to say, I can't take the core move, I don't think, but, yeah, Gallant Rescue sounds fitting. But I think that's in reaction to something happening to her, correct?
Yeah. When you defy disaster that's about to befall someone else, you can either gain a string on them or ask one of the following questions, even if you roll 6-.
So I think Gwen is just going to start running towards Hitomi and just kind of maneuvering her way through the battlefield to help her.
Okay. You do have an opportunity for an ally, so I think if you got a clear shot on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He is very distracted.
He's focused on Hitomi right now. You got a clear shot.
I think I'm going to do something that sounds good now and probably put myself at risk later. I would like to throw my sword at this person while they are distracted.
What is your sword? Yes. What does it look like?
Probably like a pirate cutlass or something. Like she throws it while she's running towards Hitomi to like give herself more time to get over there.
All right, roll that fight move.
Also, my cat's name is Jojo. He's very large and very orange.
Very large, but within the largeness,
Him,
there is not a single brain cell.
he is the size of a watermelon, and I love him so much.
Don't you know, the larger the cat, the fewer the brain cells.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Ibby.
You have lots of pets.
Ibby. Ibby.
I'm guessing this is Grace, and do I get like a modifier or anything?
Don't think so. Wait, you do have +1 forward, right? So take that plus, use it now.
I do not recall where my +1 forward is from.
The emotional support.
Oh, I used that to make the entice earlier, and that was why I got a 6 instead of a 5.
Gotcha. Never mind. Then
I almost forgot about that too. I was like, wait, I have a +1 forward, and I moused over the result, and I'm like, oh, I used it. That's an 8.
all right. Choose 2. Your opponent chooses 1.
Violence to inflict a condition and create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction. So yeah, continuing the opportunity for Hitomi while disarming herself and throwing the weapon.
I think it lands squarely into his back. Look, bitch! Violently swings his sword behind you. Behind him.
My guess,
and, like,
my guess is that one of the other people on the, I guess, beach or shore just kind of get a shot on her while she's disarmed.
I like the little bitch. He turns his head, and you see one of his tails light up in a dark purple energy, and it shoots you, knocking you to the ground, inflicting a condition. Do you think makes no sense here?
Oh, looking at the wrong sheet. One moment.
I think he says, "Don't worry, don't you know, lover girl? She's gonna toss you away like she does the rest of them. Stay out of this."
I think either frightened of him or angry at that comment.
What would you like to choose?
I definitely think angry because it's better motivation.
Yeah. Also, frightened is -2 fight.
Casually moves away from that option for now.
Yeah.
I will pick the thingamabob, the ability, for next turn, or when I get to use it very shortly from now.
So, Bula, for your turn, you rolled a 6. In your panic, you're kind of running around looking for Esme, and you find yourself alone. Nobody else around. And you feel a hand go over your mouth and a dagger pressed up against your throat. Cold, hot steel. A body presses up against you. Hello, dear.
Is it Durante?
Was hoping our greeting may be a bit more romantic.
It's Durante.
Wow. You had to be a little bitch and run away, didn't you? It's all right. I like taming those with a little spunk. What do you do?
Oh.
Interesting response.
I'm thinking it's just. I know. I can think of a lot of interesting options, but it requires sort of manifesting some of the dragon things. Is that a thing I can do?
How would you like to manifest them?
I think. Okay. So here's something I do with another DM.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you what I want to do, and you tell me if I can do it or if it goes wrong and how.
Yeah, tell me what you want. What you really, really want.
What you really, really want. Okay, she starts to resist, like try and twist and get away, and it's like he tries to, force the dagger to get her to stop. She's not stopping.
Mm-hmm.
And, the harder he pushes the dagger, well, he's tearing through the back of her shirt, but she's hitting, or he's hitting something that is stopping the knife. And there's just a layer of emerald stone scales there. And
Yeah.
she's twisting around in his grip to get him, essentially to face him.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to breath weapon.
All right, so that's going to... First, that's going to be a
This girl needs a sword.
defy disaster
Okay.
to break from his grasp. I think that's clearly with daring. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
So, Mark XP.
It's like twice in one session so far.
I think he feels the dragon scales and it's like...
Remember, this guy is a Lataclavius follower, so it's like they are the enemy.
Not been taking your medicine, dear. It's alright. I can offer
They
you a
told
more...
you?
I'll provide you a more direct... a direct application. And, you feel something shove directly into your thigh, and you feel the dragon scales instantly drop, the horns sink in, and you collapse to the ground, helpless.
Okay, and there's nothing else I can do?
And I think he,
Borderline SA here.
yeah, how we doing?
Okay, so far, just
I'm not gonna push it any further.
Okay, let's not go over that line.
Yeah. I think he puts a foot on your chest. and pulls out his sword and points it at your neck. He's like, recite the commandment to me.
I'm guessing this also means that her breath weapon is disabled.
For now.
She has no weapons at all.
Well, you might have I mean, you've been given a weapon.
What was she given?
Some sort of sword. Whatever she would have asked for. She was, you know, she's not inherently trained in it, but...
Well, one of the things we decided last session was that she is actually a bit sword trained.
Yeah.
From her upbringing.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, he is trying to force you to make a personal sacrifice to act in accordance with your commandments.
Yeah, I sort of figured it's... and I'm trying to think of whether or not she's going to rebuke one right now.
Yeah. And she's like, dragons are vile creatures, and will not have you be one.
And I think there's just this moment where she's glaring at him. It's like, I didn't get a choice in the matter.
Yes, but you seem to be settling just fine into that position.
I mean, I hear that men are not supposed to be giant douchebags, but you're settling into that position just fine.
I'm simply taking what is mine. Give me a reason to not use this. I'm very frustrated with you.
I am not your property. And that's actually a rebuke.
Okay.
However, it's one that she's already rebuked. Just
well, there's
saying.
misogyny.
That's true. It would be a rebuke of that one.
There's also dragon. Dragons are bad and must die.
Yeah, I'm sort of waffling back and forth between which one I want to focus on right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, you definitely still have a sword at your side. You definitely still have...
No, I know what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Ooh.
I think for a moment she sort of spreads her hands apart, and it's just like, if you are a true Ladiclavius follower, you must kill me. And he sees this look in her eyes, like she's got a trick up her sleeves. She's up to something.
You can't possibly want that, dearest.
If you are a true Ladiclavius, you must kill me. It's a trap.
I would like you to roll... 'Cause here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
I
How
think...
smart is this guy?
This feels either like a defy disaster...
Oh, it
or...
absolutely is that.
Yeah, let's have you roll defy disaster, then. Probably with wit. Are you trying to get him to sing? What are you trying to get him to do?
Falter. Give her an opening. She needs an opening. She needs something that she can do in this situation. She needs an opening.
Okay. Give me a defy disaster, yeah.
That's an upbeat. That's a 10. You do it with style. At the GM's discretion, you may also learn new information, discover a new opportunity, or gain a string on someone.
Awesome.
I want new information. What's going on? How is this guy constantly following us everywhere?
I will answer your question. I just need to ask for permission for real quick. So, I want to get him to like drop his guard and like caress your chin, and then that gives you the opportunity to hit him in like the chest with a weapon or something.
Allowed.
Okay. Basically, he's like, dear, these things are maintainable. You're not a dragon. You're not one right now, are you? Go. Breathe your breath weapon on me. You can't. I will protect you.
I think at that moment she, like, both hands grab his wrist with his weapon.
Yeah, I think he like leans in and is like, let me protect you, and like caresses your cheek with his hand.
Yeah, both hands grab his arm, twist it behind his back, and it's just like,
Get it.
how I was born is not under my control, but I'm not a useless wraith.
All right. You
And I think she like pins him, you know, using his own body mass against him. One of those things.
do you have anything still from home? Maybe like a bracelet or like a necklace of some kind. Like...
Oh, I imagine she has a bunch of like royal like jewelry.
The thought crosses your mind that maybe those should be investigated.
Yeah, okay. That's probably a good thing.
And I would like you to roll fight.
Okay.
Yeah. Here to lift him and like disadvantages him. 7.
Mixed beat.
Okay, so you do you have a string? Did you gain a string on him with that, or no? You wanted the information, not the string.
Right.
Okay. You do have spend tradition at any time to temper the wrath of authority, or take +1 forward to follow your commandments, or call on power.
Which one is that?
It's in tradition. Oh wait, no, that doesn't help you. Because it's not follow your convictions. Although I kind of like that better. Like it pushes you out of it, you know. Yeah, that's kind of like the tradition's spend condition. You gain tradition by following your commandments, and you can use them to help the rules, essentially.
Right, but she's not doing that right now. She's doing like the opposite.
Yeah. So marked to take 2 condition, or make 2 choices, and you will respond in kind. So you flirt, or provoke, through violence, cutting words, create an opportunity, or take an object.
Do I have any idea, like, what he's using to track it? Like, does he have an object on his person that, like, could be possibly what he's using to track the jewelry?
Yeah, I like that. You can find that.
It's like she finds it and she just rips it off his person, and that's taking an object.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she's just like, "Oh, what's this?" Because I think that's funny.
Yeah. I think you see like one of your pieces of jewelry start glowing. Like you find this tracking device and it's like starts like beeping or whatever, it's like as they connect. And then I'm assuming you're going to inflict a condition.
It was. Keep in mind, it was a mixed beat.
Yeah, you
and
get
it was
two choices.
a fight roll. And I was going to violence or cutting words, inflict a condition. Yes.
Okay.
And I kind of just thought, just straight up kick him in the balls.
Yeah. All right.
Damn, that's nuts.
All right.
Question: did I rebuke commandment there? Do you think?
Which one would you like to rebuke? Because I think you did.
Misogyny in this case.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
It is rebuked.
Hell yeah.
And I get XP for that.
Yes. I think he is going to you know, you may want to go help your friends. I know of a certain dragon that might be a little tied down right now.
Yeah? You gonna tell me where? Quick question.
Yeah?
Can the hand that she grappled, was it his sword hand?
Sure.
And she was twisting it behind his back.
Yeah.
Can she break it?
Yeah, I like that. It's kind of like another execution of like the condition. It's like, look. He tells you the location. It's like somewhere up the beach. Just let me go. And go save your precious little mommy.
Better than the original. Who, if I'm not mistaken, was unfaithful. Otherwise, why would I be wearing Joffy? Cage! And she breaks his arm.
Crazy fucking mumbles under his breath.
You wanted me! This is part of it!
Yes, but I've sold you to be a lot more timid. Maybe we've both been lied to.
You should ask about that!
Do you let him go?
She takes his sword
Okay.
and then heads off to find Esme.
He runs off in a different direction.
She still has the tracking thing.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that's it for that scene?
That is your
Question mark?
turn. Certainly.
That was a
Yeah.
great turn. I loved it.
It was a little bit complicated, but I did have a lot to resolve.
Yeah. Also,
So-
I think Evan needs a turn.
Well, it's
Evan,
Tomi's.
or,
It's Tomi's next.
Oh, okay.
You don't understand. I love things happening in the session. I don't mind if it's my character or someone else.
Yeah.
I am here for the plot and the story. And boy, am I getting it.
I think Hitomi is still staring down this guy. And I imagine, I sort of imagine it's like all of the others, like, in the boat that she just destroyed are floundering in the water, but this guy is just sort of sitting there in midair, and he has, like, foxtail and ears popping out,
Yeah.
and she's coming at him with a sword. It's just like, so, banishment wasn't enough, huh? You had to chase me down?
Sometimes you need to tie up loose ends.
What? Like the fact that I know that you cheated on the final duel that gave you the crown? And I can prove it?
So you say.
Yeah, I just did say it. What?
Anyway. Anyway, you gonna come kill me or not?
Oh, she's already, like I said, she's already, like, jumping at him with a sword.
Alright, let's roll that
it's gonna
fight.
it's gonna be a fight roll.
Yeah. Round B. Alright.
I would like
also,
to stop failing rolls, please.
Bula probably marked insecure from that, from her mixed. Oh dear, you're so predictable. As he spins your blade around and kicks you in the back, and launches another tail attack at you, hitting you directly in the back, causing you to stagger.
Okay.
Can Gwen hop in at this point and try and stop that tail attack?
Yes. Do you have a move you'd like to activate?
Yes.
What move would you like to activate?
You cut off there.
Yes, a certain orange cat decided to bite my knee because I wasn't giving him attention.
Well, crime.
Really?
Jail for 1,000 years.
He's gonna have to wait at least 5 seconds before I pet him again. Gwen would like to use Gallant Rescue.
Hell yeah.
She will defy disaster that's about to befall someone else.
Alright, roll that.
Can she kind of like jump in and grab onto this guy's tail and just like swing it around in a different direction?
Sure. That sounds fun. Defy disaster with... That seems daring.
Hair pulling, not just for cat fights.
Well, you know. There's the fun kind of cat fight that involves hair pulling, and there's the not fun kind of cat fight that involves hair pulling.
I think this is the not fun kind.
Unfortunately.
That is a 7.
All right, so I mean, I think you defend. When you defy disaster, it's about to call someone else. You can gain a string on them, and
The GM will offer you a hard choice or success with a sacrifice.
I think you're going to succeed, but you take a condition for your troubles.
Acceptable.
How does getting hit in the chest with this make you feel? Or I think you throw the bolt away, but like your hands sear as you're grabbing pure magic. It's like, what the?
Kind of courses through her like electricity.
Yeah.
Oh man, Gwen just can't. Gwen's really just taking a lot of these shocks, huh?
Yeah.
I would say maybe either helpless or insecure for just like kind of another going up against magic moment and realizing how like mortal she is.
I think insecure makes sense.
And are the questions out of character or in character? Because I feel like it's not really appropriate to. This isn't really a good time to ask questions.
I mean, I think it can be like within glances, you know, that type of thing. What question would you like to ask?
I think, how do you feel about my devotion? Gwen just kind of leaps in to protect Hitomi, even though she's like fully kitsuned out.
Yeah. Hitomi?
Yes.
How does Gwen's devotion make you feel?
Like she needs to have a talk with Gwen. I mean, that was true before, because they kind of got interrupted, but it's like, we need to have a conversation clearly.
Yeah.
And I think she's glaring up at this guy, and she's just like, oh, you asshole, I divorced you for a reason.
Oh, come on. We had some good times.
Yeah, right up until you started butchering people.
Also, I don't imagine... Would you say that your bestial nature has hurt someone you care about?
Yep.
Alright, decrease your fail.
Mm-hmm.
No.
She's like starting to like lose size,
Yeah.
and like bestial qualities is starting to return to normal a bit.
No.
I think though, as it like kind of turns and sees that the battle is like clearly at a losing, and he sees that some of the ships are retreating. Well, it seems that our interaction here is probably must come to an end, but
Go home,
I do-
Daiichi.
I do love the time we've gotten to spend together. And he like throws something onto the ground, and a puff of purple smoke appears, and as you start coughing, there's a little wrapped gift box at his feet where he was. It says in impressive calligraphy in your native language. So, like, Japanese style-esque
Fantasy
characters.
Japanese.
Fantasy Japanese characters. And, like, says, to Hitomi, my love, and there's, like, a heart of some kind.
Ugh, gross.
And yeah, I think and now it is Evan's turn. They are retreating. Are you going to let them go, or are you going to sick the narwhal on them again?
I currently have no strings with Clyde, but
Y'all are gonna have to have a conversation to maybe set up a more permanent relationship.
looks to trial 3, kiss someone dangerous. Anyway, looking through my moves.
Go kiss Daiichi.
No, God, not him.
We gotta fulfill trial 3, and then do trial 4. I just gotta give you someone to trust and then be
Someone dangerous that's not Hitomi's douchebag ex.
Yeah, that betrays.
That betrayed her, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this is probably a good time to drop out of initiative type things. And,
It feels like the battle is wrapping up.
yeah.
Would trying to ask a favor of Clyde count as calling a toxic power?
No, I think it's just gonna be. I like that you're gonna roll emotional support. He has a little burn wound. He needs caring. He did get hit by a holy hand grenade or whatever.
Rise. Yeah, I think Evan
Angel
will...
blast
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, now that the battle is, like, calming down, Evan will try and, like, grab some supplies and run down towards the shoreline.
Start throwing out. Help your friend.
Help, friend.
So yeah, roll that emotional support.
The real romance was Evan and the narwhal all along.
Exactly.
Tries to romance Brists and ends up romancing a demonic whale instead.
I ship it.
Would this be
Okay.
heart or spirit?
I think heart. I like heart here. Also, so here I'm gonna make you take familiar. And then you will have access to Clyde at a more permanent basis.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Make Clyde your familiar. Then you can. Then you'll have a more permanent access to him. If not, then you just need to use strings.
That is a 10.
Hell yeah. So take a string on him if you want, or you can do the other things when he heals, and it's like,
I will absolutely take a string on Clyde.
hell yeah. Rub. Just like, just put some nice fire on that, and then it'll heal up. It's like, what?
Yay.
I mean, hey.
I love how Evan's the one that took I ship it, but everyone else has been the one using it on him.
All right.
Why the hell not?
Yeah, you haven't used I ship it yet. I mean, hey, Clyde is clearly sentient, so you know. Why not?
flirts with the demonic whale for another couple sessions.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a problem with this.
No, not until I roll less than a 7.
Look, you've already ridden him, you know, so. But
Look, I mean, you're right, but
look,
You're right, but you have to be so aggressive about it.
look. As with all queer relationships, first you start with sex, and then you go to fourth bait, which is holding hands. It's just reverse.
Queer relationships are just running the bases, but in reverse.
Yeah, exactly. You start with sex, and then you end with hand holding. The most devious and scandalous.
You know what? I don't know enough to refute it, so I'll just have to believe you for now.
I mean, it's up to you, of course, friend. But I would argue that you're allowed to say you're in a queer relationship, if you'd like.
If it works, it works.
Them he they pronouns let you decide if you wanted to be gay or not.
Yeah.
I say yes.
That's the secret DM. I don't know how to flirt with people. I just let my autism flare up.
Until your girlfriend kisses you.
Until they kiss you.
I mean, hey, it seemed to work.
It's like a paladin aura. I can't turn it off.
Well, you never should.
Instead of Crusader's aura, it's Crusader's autism.
Alright, now would
Oath
be
of
a
autism.
good time to take a break, I think, as well. Just take a quick 5-minute break.
Right
take
in the middle of the gay? Why?
Oath of autism?
This is like a paladin oath.
Not optional. I want somebody
You
to
don't
make
pick the subclass, you just end up with it.
Now I want somebody to
This oath picks you.
I mean, now does sound like a good stopping point, unless you guys have something else you'd like to do. No, not stop the session, but like take a quick break.
Okay.
I mean,
I was
good
very confused there for a second. Yeah, if you need a break, take a break. Always.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's been another hour or so. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. We'll break screen. Wop.
And
Hello.
blop.
Wop. 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 Wop.
I love it when she makes that noise.
All right. So I think everybody cheers as the flips them off, and the ale continues to flow in celebration. And there's like free ale for everybody for the night for defending the settlement.
Hell yeah.
Even though we were kind of the reason they attacked.
They don't know that.
They don't know. They don't know that.
Yeah. They don't know that.
Did Bula ever find Esme?
Oh yeah, she was fine.
Oh, okay. So he lied.
Mm-hmm. He was afraid. Wanted to get away.
Oh, okay. I like how he had to resort to lying to get away, and she was just like, no, I'm actually going to, like, show that you don't believe your own, like, commandments.
No, they never do. So the whole part of being inside of a cult, you know, and they get to follow what rules when when it's very convenient to them, you know.
Yeah, because it's like, if he was actually going to follow his commandments, he would have killed her, and she was calling his bluff.
Yeah.
And that's what I really like about that, is like, she doesn't, it just shows clearly that it's like she's got his number.
Mm-hmm. So I think Gwen and Hitomi have to have a conversation. Also,
Yeah.
Hitomi, do you grab the gift that Daiichi so graciously left you?
Gwen is still there, right?
Yes.
Gwen, she goes over to Gwen. It's just like, you think I should touch it?
Oh yeah, Gwen, you don't have your sword. You're gonna have to buy a new one. It left in his back.
Gwen just like picks up a stick off the beach with her good arm. I can poke it if you want.
Please do, but don't be surprised if it explodes or something.
Gwen will pick up a stick and kind of inch towards the present and just poke at it a couple times.
So you poke at it, and the clasps open themselves, and tell me, what was your favorite song from your past, like your area? What song reminds you of home?
I'm just going to make something up, and I think it is something that reminded her of like the natural beauty of the area that she grew up in when she was a kid.
Obviously, something fantasy, traditional Japanese, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And so that song starts playing.
Was it a little music box?
Yeah. And then inside of it, what is your favorite food from the area that you haven't had in a while?
I'm just gonna throw this out. Like, I don't remember the name off the top of my head, and I'd have to go look it up, but there is a type of, like, chocolate cookies that it's like I could only get when I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember the name right now.
It doesn't explicitly matter, but I was just like, you find a food like that, and the box very heavily smells of Daiichi's cologne that he wears, and there's a bottle sitting there.
Oh boy.
God, that's so gross. Oh God. Evan, you want some cologne?
Evan, finally rowing back to shore, just looks so confused.
Evan, do you want a bottle of cologne? Imported, not domestic.
I mean, sure, I'll take it if you don't want it, but
No, I definitely do not want it. I cannot tell you how much I don't want it.
Evan has no idea what's going on, but he's just like, sure?
Gives him the cologne, and then just sort of the chocolates. She's just sort of little chocolate cookies. She sort of looks at Gwen and she's like, "Here, you want some?"
Gwen will take like a small piece at first just to make sure it's not doesn't have anything in it.
Is it poisoned?
It's not poisoned.
Okay, good.
Worst case, I thought it had love potion mixed in or something.
You know, you do feel an overwhelming sense of love and attraction to Hitomi, but that was also there just normally, so probably not.
So no change. Got it.
So it's just an ordinary aphrodisiac.
Also, yes, I'm aware that my model has stopped tracking. My phone died because I forgot to plug it in. So,
Whoops.
I've
But yeah, chocolate will do that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Gwen just like takes small bites of it with her good hand.
And I think she takes out like a healing potion or something and like gently rubs it on Gwen's bad hand.
Would you like to roll on entice?
I mean, I was gonna do like an emotional support, but sure.
Either one works.
Oh, goodbye.
Uh-oh.
Double technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, hey, well.
Oh my god, was it scrolling? So I'm sitting there scrolling on the character sheet, scrolling down from the top down to entice, and then my character starts scrolling down on the screen, and I'm just like, I'm not even clicked on that window.
Oh no.
She utterly fails to be enticing.
Aw.
I think she spills like part of the health potion like on herself, and then it just starts getting all over her clothes, and it's like all over her shirt because she has rip.
Of course. At first, I thought she was just gonna put a little bit on Gwen's hand, and Gwen just like winces and loses all track that it's flirting because it's like, it stings.
Yeah.
Of course, it stings. It's medicine.
Yeah.
Man, it's a good thing that Gwen didn't put herself in immediate danger to protect Hitomi.
Maybe, yeah, you can still roll out emotional support if you want.
I mean, that's basically where this is coming from. This is where this is like she's suddenly like very interested in taking care of her. It's just like,
I mean, Gwen's not gonna say no.
Oh, what?
Holy shit! That's a cosmic
Wow.
failure.
How? Wait, also, you rolled Bula's.
You're right. Ignore that.
It's still 2 1s, so it would have always been a fail.
Damn.
Damn it.
And I think
Fine,
Ow.
then I'm putting the XP on Hitomi.
yeah, of course. All right, good. I'm tracking again. So I think what happens is a
A giant narwhal suddenly comes in and interrupts the whole thing.
let's what is a let me besides fuck what or I think like a Cyclops woman kind of like comes up to Hitomi and just like, you know how to use that blade quite well, dear.
Yeah. That's a very interesting thing for you to say, considering I didn't even get a chance to use it in that fight. What?
No, you were cutting down people.
Uh-huh.
Just against Daiichi, you weren't.
And then I get completely embarrassed by my ex showing up.
Those things happen. Well, you need somebody to drown your sorrows with. You should come over to our table. And a bunch of girls of various fantasy races wave. They're all very pretty.
She gets invited to the mercenary table with all the buff hot women.
Yeah.
And Hitomi's just like, last time this happened, wasn't it an eel girl?
For Gwen, yeah.
I think Hitomi looks over at Gwen and is just like, come on, you want to go piece this night back together?
Gwen will smile and nod at Hitomi.
They go. They both go.
Yeah, I think the reason this emotional support doesn't work is because they're just like doting all over Hitomi and like complimenting her constantly, and it's making Gwen feel insecure. They're all trying to get in Hitomi's pants and not really paying attention to Gwen.
On the upside, Gwen has time to compose herself emotionally.
Yeah.
And get her persona back into place.
Like, you're not
Meanwhile,
entirely
Hitomi's-
ignored, but you know, like,
Hitomi's also really trying hard to like give some like attention to Gwen, and it's just failing.
yeah. Ah, good. We need to talk about something. All right, let's do that. Doesn't happen.
I want to say like a few hours later, she's like, hey, Gwen, we need to talk about something. She tries again.
Oh no, you can't leave. Come on, we were just having fun. Lightly
This is a
caresses your
few
hand.
hours later.
I mean, they're still trying to get you upstairs, and I'm assuming you haven't relented. They're just like all falling over you.
This is just weird. It's like, this hasn't happened yet.
I think with the emotional support roll and entice ending up the way they did, Gwen will still be like perceptive to it. Like, she'll still want to have the talk, but she'll kind of like hold Hitomi's hand for a moment, and I'm not going anywhere. I promise. I'll still be around when you're done. Just go enjoy yourself and make up for what happened on the beach. And then she is referring to her ex showing up.
I mean, your little friend can come too if you'd like.
Gwen Gwen trying to regain her composure.
And I think Hitomi's just like, sure, she wants to do this, but it's like, she also kind of just wants some quiet alone time with Gwen right now, and she's just not getting it.
I mean, y'all can just say, turn in the night and go upstairs and cuddle.
I think that's what you would rather do.
Do you suggest that?
To Gwen, yes.
What does Gwen say?
I mean, Gwen would be all for that.
Cool.
Ooh, wait. If Gwen picks up on this, Gwen would like to use the mask to these these nice women.
Yeah. Roll wit.
Yes.
Has to figure out how bad the roll is before I make up the lie. That is a 10.
Nice. All right. So what does Gwen say?
Let's see. I think I'm gonna pick option 2 and 3. The lie you've chosen is unexpectedly perfect, creating a new opportunity, and they give you the benefit of the doubt and remain convinced even if there is some evidence of your lie. Gwen is gonna lie and say that the two of them need to report back to the captain first to let her know about how the fight went, and then she promises that they'll still be in port for another few days. And then she will try and, what's the word? Not advertise, something like hype up. The word's escaping me, but Gwen will essentially try to like brag about Hitomi.
Yeah.
To try and encourage them to keep the invitation open for another night or two.
Yeah.
So that Hitomi can have both options.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Making it so Hitomi doesn't have to choose.
All right.
And a fun was had by all.
But yeah, Gwen will head off with Hitomi.
They eventually like go back to I think to like Gwen's room or something, and it's like, hey, can we talk for a bit?
Gwen just gives her a little nod and sits down nearby.
So, yeah, you've now met my ex. I'm so sorry.
What? Hold on. What are you sorry to me for? You're the one that had... Like, I can't imagine what you've been through dealing with him.
I thought I was done dealing with him, but no, apparently not. Apparently he's now taken it to the obsession level. And I'm mostly just sorry that because you had to witness that. I really did. I didn't really want that.
I'm sorry that you still have to deal with him. I wish I had recognized earlier and warned you about the wanted posters I had seen a while back.
He's been for a while. I'm mostly surprised that this time he finally succeeded. He's used to other people doing his dirty work for him. And I was trying.
Yeah, the posters did mention a reward for any information about you. And big powerful Kitsune is kind of narrows it down a lot.
Yeah, and the fight we had the other day with the Lataclavia ships, that doesn't surprise me. Anyway, I was trying to make this about you and not about me. That's why I was apologizing, because I was trying to find out what was hurting or bothering you, not making it about me, but about you.
I mean, after everything that's gone on, I'm just happy to have you by my side.
I think she gets a little hug at that point. It's just like, same. Big same. It's nice to have somebody else in my court on this one.
And then they kiss.
Oh, I was about to say we lost the roll thing on the moment, but now it's back. I think Gwen, like after the hug, Gwen kind of stands up and looks at the shirt that Hitomi lent her and just tries to joke. On the plus side, I managed to keep the shirt in one piece.
Of course, because I gave it to you. That means it won't get broken. It's just, I have a bad luck streak with clothes.
Gwen would like to make an entice roll.
Roll it.
Make sure I hit all the right buttons.
It's like, I look really good in this shirt, but you'd look even better without any shirt on.
Says the line, makes it entirely too long. It's like, this shirt would look better not while I'm wearing it, but off to the side after I've finished flirting with you. I'm gonna say that's what her 6- would look like.
Holy shit. It comes off hella awkward, and
rolls the heart stat that's -1 with the -2 from insecure.
And I think she just finds it more endearing.
Did you roll? I'm not seeing it pop up.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
I had to click buttons. Sorry, it's about to go out.
Yeah.
That is a 4.
Button click is hard.
Gwen gets one of those like smug smiles on her face and says something like, if you need me to return it, I'm always happy to, and then like trips over something and falls over, not even on Hitomi.
Yeah.
Tries to catch her anyway.
I mean, here's the thing. Y'all can just, enjoy each other's company with both consenting parties. You don't need a roll.
Oh, I know, but I knew the dice were gonna do something stupid. Also, I love that even without the insecure, she would have failed that roll because.
There's also these other intimacy rolls that we haven't used, but I really like Blow Off Steam and Connect, and then Bare Your Heart's really good. But that's a very specific move.
I like blow off some steam.
Does
I had forgotten about those.
Does Bula want to blow off some steam, or tell me?
Yes, it's with Gwen.
Heart or spirit?
Was that question directed?
Wow, it's
Ooh. You can spend a string. You'd like?
Yeah. Let me spend a string on reroll that one.
Spend a string. Well, no. So you get +3 to your roll. So that puts you up to a 8.
So barely enough
Aw.
for a mission beat. Oh my god.
What
Only one of you feels better after the experience. They choose which. The person who has a good time may choose one. If
Do I get to choose, or does Gwen?
Gwen, you choose who feels better after the experience.
Damn, I need to find what page this is on. What page in the core book is it in?
It's the optional intimacy moves. Blow off steam.
These
I think it's
nuts.
special moves.
Yeah, they're in the sheet as like references.
Huh. Is it in the TSL book or Advanced Lovers and Lesbians?
I'm looking at. I found them in the reference sheets. Let's see if it's in the index. Anyway, I can read it to you if that's just easier. You can also look on the stream. I have them up on the stream. Is that updates? Actual index notes.
Yeah, it must be in the other book.
When you try to show someone a good time, roll heart plus core spirit. If you spend a string, you add +3 to roll. On a 7 and 9, only one of you feels better about the experience. They choose which. The person who had a good time may choose 1. If they're smitten, you may choose 2.
Oh wait, Gwen is smitten with
Yeah. So, well, you're both smitten with each other. So who feels better after the experience? Is it you, Gwen, or is it Phil?
I think Gwen would choose Hitomi because Gwen will try to be like encouraging of Hitomi, like the God, I can't remember what words are.
I like that.
Gwen will try and reassure Hitomi like not to worry about her form or her like claws or anything, and just like try and make the night about her.
Yeah.
To be fair, like that was what she was trying to avoid. She was trying to make the night about Gwen. A better like encouragement would be assuring her that she's okay. And like the other thing that was bothering her, it wasn't so much what she is as the fact that her ex showed up right in front of a time that she was trying to show some attention to Gwen.
Yeah. Maybe I think this makes sense for Gwen to be the one that feels better about this, because ultimately, I mean, y'all just spent, like, obviously you both enjoy kissing and other various things that may or may not happen. But Hitomi might be still a little shaken up about it, and so I think it makes sense for Gwen to be the one that gets to pick the options, yeah? What do you think?
That's fair. Gwen will still try and like reassure Hitomi that she's okay and that she's not gonna cross Hitomi or like abandon her, and that she's by her side for better or worse.
And I just think that Hitomi's probably not hearing that, you know? Or it's not coming through, because she's still so worried about all the other things, you know?
That may well be.
And so You have to choose between clear condition, mark XP, and mark 1 forward. What would you like to pick? Badger?
Might have to zoom in on this a bit.
It's clear condition, mark XP, or take 1 forward. You get to pick 2.
And they have to be for myself.
Yes.
Damn. I will take clear condition and +1 forward then.
Because I think it makes the most sense within the context of what's going on.
Fair.
But yeah.
Gwen definitely does not feel insecure anymore.
Man. Oops.
How many conditions does Hitomi have?
1. She was frightened by her ex.
Yeah. Alright. Do we want to hop over to Evan and Brist?
Yeah.
That, power roll is quite impressive. Little friend over there.
I mean, he's pretty cool, yeah. Evan trying to agree with the person he has a crush on, but also without, like, comparing Clyde and Brist and trying to praise both of them.
I think
Evan's like, it's not a competition, and what I mean by that is, please don't make it a competition because I won't be able to pick.
Yeah. I've just never seen that kind of strength. Like, I always just feel like it's kind of my little kid brother. But damn, that was cool.
I mean, you know what they say about saving the best things for the worst situations.
I suppose that's right. But I mean, hey, I'm really glad of the time we get to spend together. You don't always have to be the strong one. You don't. I guess, or I think in Bristol say, I guess it's sometimes nice to not have to be the strong one. Rely on others instead of just, thinking I have to do it all myself. Keep people safe,
I think Evan's going to try and make an entice roll, despite all of the previous times he has failed.
Yeah.
Also, Lavos, how dare you call out my cat like this? You are correct, but damn. Beautiful. I think Evan will try to, like, sit on something that makes him eye level with Brist.
Yeah.
And, like, put a hand on his shoulder and tell him something like, I had one brain cell, I forgot what it was. Hold on.
You got this.
I think Evan will try and tell him something like, well, if I can help it, I'm always going to try and have your back.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Roll it. Hell
Well,
yeah.
finally.
Gain a string on him. And you know, sorry. It look really soft. You know that? Chris says to Evan.
I'm sorry, all I heard was to Evan.
Brist kind of like stares down and you're just like, it's funny when you're trying to be taller than me, but you know, gives me a nice look at those lips. They look quite soft.
Gay.
What does Evan say to that?
Let's see, Evan already had his hand on his shoulder. I think from there he will brush Brist's cheek with his hand and say, you know, if you want a better look, you can always ask.
Well, why don't you come over here and show me?
Yay. Evan will do so.
And they kiss, I imagine.
Gay.
Oh.
In the background. Finally!
Yes. Oh,
One of the other crewmates.
absolutely. I love that. That's fucking hilarious. Oh, yeah.
The only downside is that it's not in a dangerous situation.
No. And
Oh, I'm guessing that was Brist picking Given to Desire.
yes.
Yes. Gay.
So y'all do some more intimate cuddling, and we can say we can fade to black there.
Damn, the girls are smooching, the guys are smooching. It's just a good time all around.
It's almost like that's the game.
Then Bula is
Yeah, you right.
with her dragon poison, or the anti-dragon serum.
So Bula goes looking for Esme, and she's not looking good.
Yeah. Bula isn't? Yeah. I think she's
looking poisoned.
You alright, dear? Terrible
No.
hinge to your skin.
He shot me full of something.
Here, come here. There's my bedroom. And kind of like grabs your arm and supports you and brings you upstairs and calls the name of one of the medics and to come up with you. Where did he implement it?
She points to like the wound on her leg.
I think They, does she have pants on right now, or what's she wearing?
I was thinking she was in a skirt or a dress, because I think
Yeah.
she's always in a dress.
Yeah. They push that aside, and you see that there's this, like, black, kind of, like, stab wound that is, like, emanating with black circles all around it. It's like, oh, that's not good.
Oh. I also found out how he was trapped.
How's that?
She hands Esme the necklace and the little tracking stone. Just have somebody look at those.
All right, just worry about getting better, dear. It's all right. We're here.
Okay.
Kind of grabs your hand. And they start. It's like, here, drink this. It might hurt. He hands you a bottle of rum.
Good old alcohol medicine.
Yeah.
She drinks it.
And then I think you pass out and wake up in the morning feeling a lot better. There's still the remnants of the wound, but you see it's wrapped. And it's just spreading, trying to kill your draconic ancestry, but we caught it. So you should be alright. You should have your full strength back in the next couple of days. You just need to keep drinking fluids, consume lots of food, and they just shrink.
She nods. It was Macalir. He was trying to cleanse me.
Yes. These types of things are sadly a bit common. Well, they're rare, but are used. Not on people. Like you and Esme. Thankfully, we know enough about it to treat it. But, you should get some rest.
She nods. Will do. And thank you.
Don't mention it.
And I think she passes out.
Seems like a good stopping point.
For that scene or the whole session?
Obviously for the scene, but also kind of the session. Unless, I know it's still a little early, but... we did a lot already, and I don't know what else... I don't have 30 minutes of content I can think of, unless y'all want to do something. I mean, we can explore Bula trying to look more into this dragon stuff.
I mean, she's been trying to figure out, how it happened. She's got a guess that it has to do with her mom.
Yeah.
But she has no way of knowing that for sure.
I mean, there's people that know lots of various magics on this island. You could try to find one of them and ask them.
I mean, she did just hand off the tracking device to Esme, and it's what could we find out from that,
So... essentially, it's a simple location spell that's attached to the bracelet. And whoever has the end, one of any of the other ends of it, and you have one of them in front of you, I will tell you, their location.
I've had that necklace for years, Bula points out. When did they manage to turn it into a tracking device, or has it always been this way?
sadly wouldn't be surprised if it was always that way. I mean, do you remember your parents? They mean to always know where you were.
Yes.
Or try sneaking out and get caught immediately.
Always.
That might be why.
And my parents just gave it to McAleer.
I mean, in their world, he owns you now, so... Or he was going to. It's in, sadly, both of their best interests to get you back under his foot. His thumb.
Under other of his body parts that I don't want to deal with.
Sadly, yes. But thankfully, it doesn't have to come to that.
Can we use this against him? Like a counter scry? Is it a channel we can work backwards?
I mean, there is some... If he has another one of these shows, like the tracking device that you stole from them, possible that we can connect them and reverse them, but there's no guarantee. This might be the only one.
Let's take that chance.
I'll look into it.
Thank you.
Of course, dear, you're... I mean... I can't feel, but a bit even overprotective over you than I normally do with my adopted children. There aren't many of my kind left. Our kind.
Yes, sorry about that. Our kind.
It's not your fault.
How did... No, that's true. I don't know how it happened. I have guesses, nothing more.
How you are a dragon?
Yeah.
What are your guesses?
The only thing that would make sense is through my mother.
What about her?
I don't always believe everything she tells me.
What has she told you that you don't believe?
She, of course, maintains that, like, of course, she has to follow the church line that, she is utterly devoted to my dad, but either it came from my mom's side or it came from my dad's side, and it's always possible that she lied and she wasn't 100% faithful.
Seems more than possible.
It would fit her.
Well, it's something we'll have to investigate when you're feeling better.
Yes.
There
When I'm
are
feeling better.
spells that can be woven. I can look into these things.
Rocks that we could overturn.
Yes.
Because the thing is, if that's the case, is there another of us out there?
I mean, if leading that theory to its conclusion, they certainly could. There more than likely is. They could be dead, knowing your family. Your father could have had them dealt with, or perhaps they're kept close, still under the detection because of your mother's How?
Infidelity.
Yeah.
A number of rocks we could overturn. I am going to want to investigate this. I will understand if it's not your top priority. But
My
if it
children are
means
always
there's...
my top priority.
Thank you.
Of course. Plus, I think this is... Finding out where you come from is connected to... my aspirations of starting... repopulating the dragons as well. But
Yeah.
that is a tale for another time.
Disaster for another day.
Yes, you need to rest it. Slowly scratches your head.
She smiles.
I think you have little nubs of horns poking out.
Coming back again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already been like 8 hours, I guess.
Yeah. Not that, this seems like stuff.
Okay. You were the DM.
All right. Thank you for stream, everybody. Who do we want to raid?
I was gonna say, it's like, do you have a plan to read out?
I do not.
Let's see. As far as people I'm following, the only small streamer I've got, Mushroom Gob, is playing that new Space Marine game, but that's about it. Everyone else is like in the hundreds.
GM Starson.
There's GM Starson.
It's good. Sounds good.
There's Starfield and Lock Stitch RPG.
Our recent raid outs were Laveau for efficiency bonus and Silesia Greenwood. So we haven't rated out GM Starson in a while, but I want to see if they are going to raid out. So 1 second.
I mean, any of them sound good.
Doesn't look like it doesn't look like they're going to raid out soon.
Alright. Let's say hi to Jim Starson.
Shows up. Surprise, motherfucker.
They're playing Alone in the Dark.
Yes.
Not for long.
Alright. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.